I'm...
As for you, little snooper, you should go back to sleep.
Wait! No!
Hey gamers, Dawn here for Need to Know, and today I'm taking a look at Ghost Files, Memory of a Crime, by a well-known hidden object game developer, Artifex Mundi. Ghost Files, Memory of a Crime is a hidden object game in which you play as Private Detective Arthur Christie, who is in the middle of a serial murder investigation. In the opening scene, you come face to face with a masked killer known as the Executioner, and from there you must discover their identity as well as your scattered memories. Later on, you learn that your investigation has implicated you, and solving the case will not only save more people from dying, but also clear your name. Put your crime-solving hat and hidden object glasses on and hit the pavement running, detective. I'm a huge fan of hidden object games, and developer Artifex Mundi has a track record of putting out decent titles at a fair price that make their way to every possible platform, even mobile devices. Combined availability with the fact that their games semi-frequently go on sale means that there's no excuse not to have a title or two in your library if you're a fan of the genre. That being said, if you've played one Artifex Mundi game, you've probably played them all. They've found a niche that they fit into, and they pretty much use the same formula every time. That's not necessarily a bad thing, because as I say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Though these sorts of games fare better with a mouse and keyboard, Ghost Files Memory of a Crime's console controls work adequately. The left stick points your cursor, and selections are made with X. Square allows you to use an item you've picked up with the one your cursor is over. Movement from scene to scene, where possible, can be done by holding X or by opening your map with the corresponding directional button and choosing from there. The other directional buttons give you access to your task list and the hint system. The only other button input is to access your inventory, which is where Ghost Files Memory of a Crime becomes a bit clumsy. Holding R2 opens your inventory, which is hit or miss, and you have to press triangle while doing so in order to interact with items that need further interaction before becoming usable, which are helpfully marked with a plus sign. I would have preferred if the inventory could be brought up by merely clicking R2, which was rarely ever used for something else, so there was no need to make the click and hold distinction. There are two difficulty levels, normal and expert. Puzzle solutions remain the same in both, but playing on expert means hints recharge more slowly and the glittering effect that indicates what you should interact with next is not present. In casual mode, you're given prompting sparkles if your cursor is still for more than 5 seconds, which felt insultingly pandering. There's no in-between difficulty where you can ask for sparkles, and I prefer to play on expert if only because casual detracts from puzzle solving, which is 97% of the game. There are several different kinds of puzzles and minigames found within Ghost Files Memory of a Crime besides hidden object scenes. Hidden object puzzles themselves require you to pick out objects from a list, which I've always found to be a bit misleading depending on perception. A vacuum cleaner, for example, will bring to mind a different mental image depending on the person. So finding one right away may not be as easy if you're thinking of a shop vac when the list means a handheld dirt devil. This is, of course, opinion, and not everyone will run into this, but I found a lot of my challenge came from perception. Objects within the scene must sometimes be moved or used on other objects in order to reveal what you're looking for, which can then be collected. After finding all objects listed in a scene, you'll be rewarded with a single object that can be used to progress.
Please, you have to help me. She's here. She's gonna kill me like the others.
Other puzzles include turning puzzles, where you must manipulate a series of rings to align correctly, Simon puzzles, where you must correctly mimic a sequence, matching puzzles, where you must identify identical objects, and switch puzzles, where you must find clues within the environment to figure out order or positioning of switches. Some minigames are thematically appropriate to an investigation, meaning you'll identify similar DNA and dust for fingerprints, which was somewhat accurate to the actual process. Ghost Files Memory of a Crime has a distinct 1D hand-drawn art style with some 2D elements to add depth, and it does well to create complex scenes in which you need to find hidden objects. The soundtrack isn't anything to write home about, and neither is the voice acting, which is present for the majority of dialogue. Ghost Files Memory of a Crime can be completed, bonus chapter included, within an afternoon, and there's no replay value as puzzle solutions and hidden object locations won't change. Bottom line, you don't need to redesign the wheel to have a good time. Ghost Files Memory of a Crime is another decent title by a development team that has figured out a formula that works and has stuck to it. If you're already a fan of Artifex Mundi, you'll already know what to expect and are likely waiting for a sale. For newcomers, there's a smattering of other games that fall into different themes, but if crime and mystery is your thing, Ghost Files, Memory of a Crime may be for you. I've been Dawn for Need to Know, gamers. Like, comment, subscribe, and stay in the know.
Please, don't lie to me. You know them quite well. There are blonde hairs on your blazer, and Mary Kelly gave you that bracelet. Also, in your medallion, is a picture of you, Mary, and Maud in the stall.
Sorry, officer. I had to try.